Scoring, of course, for Southern Virginia is Sean Kennedy, who is averaging 17 points per game so far this season. The freshman really being a leader in multiple ways on the court. Scoring and assisting, doing all those things. Koa Baker also one leading scorers, 14.5 points per game. Also averaging 11.1 rebounds per game, averaging a double-double, really making those hustle plays. And of course, Malachi Olson, another leader in scoring with 13.6 points per game and 6.3 rebounds per game. The Knights are on a nice little win streak, 2 games in a row. First one against Newport News Apprentice School on November 26th. There's a home game here, and then also against Ferrum in overtime, 92-90. That one was a thriller here in the barn. And Randolph College has also recently played against some very tight competition. Of course, they played the #1 team in the country, Randolph-Macon College, and lost that game 74-91, played them very close. And Randolph College has a 3-7 overall record, but don't let that deceive you, folks. This is a high-quality, high-caliber team that is able to play against anybody. They simply have played against some really solid competition all year long, and almost every single one of their 7 losses, it's been within a couple possessions or less, and so they play the competition very tightly and are a very, very competitive team as we get ready for tip-off here in the barn. Tip-off won by Randolph College. That was Landon Wagoner, the center, getting the best of Kai Olson. And the crowd already getting into it here at the barn. Knights playing some tough on-ball defense. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Here's the outside 3, off the back of the rim, no good. Rebounded by J-Mac. Advances to Kai Olson, who wisely decides to pull it back. Randolph College trying to deny Kennedy. Nice trying to be smart with the ball. Kai Olson in the paint. Gets pump fake, goes up, and the foul is called. That'll send him to the line to shoot 2.
Foul on number 13, Landon Wagoner. His first, Malachi Olson at the line.
Malachi Olson in their game against Ferrum College was a force to be reckoned with late in the game, really getting to the free throw line, creating opportunities for the Knights. As his first free throw is up and in, and the Knights strike first on the scoreboard. Second free throw is up and in. That's something that Kai Olson has struggled with in the past, but in the past couple of games, we've really seen an improvement in that statistic category for him. A lot of off-ball movement from Randolph College. Here's the 3, up, no good. That one rebounded and put right back up by Myron Williams, that time rebounded by Kennedy. Here's Koa Baker in the lane, pump fake up the right hand and in. What a move from Baker. Randolph College needs a response. Here's the 3 from the outside. They've attempted only 3-pointers so far, except for that one layup. Kennedy with the rebound, advances to J-Mac. Goes up strong with the right hand, no good. That time rebounded by Wagoner. Seeing a lot of backside cuts for Randolph College, trying to capitalize on those. Here's the jumper, no good. Rebounded by J-Mac. Tries a no-look pass to Kai Olson. It'll sail out of bounds, just a little behind him. So far, we're seeing the Knights do exactly what Coach Warnerberg wanted them to do to get into this game. In fact, before the game, I had a chance to ask him about it. He said, we have to get back in transition and beat them in transition. And that's exactly what the Knights are doing, really taking advantage of rebounds, advancing it down the floor, and trying to capitalize on rebounds and turnovers. That jumper, no good. Rebounded by Connolly. Once again, the Knights try to bring up the court. Olson the jumper. That one's good for 2. Already 4 points for Olson. early in this first half. That shot blocked by Southern Virginia. Kennedy's got it. Tries to do a lane spin move, tries to go up, and is fouled on the way up. That was on Rayvon Graham, his first foul of the game. And Kennedy has been fantastic from the free throw line so far this season, shooting 82.4%. First free throw up and good. And an entire platoon swap for Randolph College. Subbing in right now is number 3, Jordan Phillips McLeod, who averages 15.8 points per game. Then number 11, Cole Perry. Number 44, their leading scorer, Danny Bickey, 17.1 points per game. Also got 24, Hunter Verling, averages over 5 rebounds a game. And Jerry Goodman, who's also one of the leaders in scoring with 9.7 points per game. Here's the deep 3. That's up and good. First points of the game for Randolph, and it's from Jordan Phillips McLeod. Excuse me, that was actually made by Jerry Goodman. Baker dribbling in the lane. Goes up the left hand, no good, too short. That time rebounded by Perry. Conley in the face of the shooter. That one good. That time it was Jordan Phillips McLeod. So just like that, 2 back-to-back three-pointers for the Wildcats, and they're within 2. Baker dribbling the lane. Gets a J-Mac, 10 seconds on the shot clock. Olsen for 3, he's feeling it. And that one's good for Olsen. What a start. They're called a technical foul on Kai Olsen. The refs thinking that Kai Olsen was taunting the players, but he was blowing a kiss to his wife. Kai Olsen was blowing a kiss to his wife, Courtney Olsen, courtside, and gets a technical for it. I can't believe this. I mean, I understand as a ref you want to make sure that tension stay down, but he's literally blowing a kiss to his wife on courtside. Of course, as a ref, you can't possibly know that. I believe the ref just simply thought that he was blowing a kiss at another player that was guarding him in a taunting manner. So that technical foul, I believe, will give the Wildcats a couple of free throw opportunities as we have a media timeout here after that technical foul, which again, I still personally cannot believe. That was something you don't see every day in basketball in general. In fact, it was interesting as the coaches for Southern Virginia were pleading their case, letting them know, like, hey, the person who's blowing a kiss to was his wife. His wife, Courtney, was on the court side standing up and waving at the refs, letting them know, hey, I'm right here. They're not just making that up. But regardless, so far, again, Malachi Olsen starting off on fire with 7 points already to his name. Shooting the free throws will be number 31, Jerry Goodman, who scored the first points for the Wildcats in this one with that three-pointer just a few moments ago. And he will shoot 2. First free throw is up, rattles in. Second free throw is up and good. And also stays with the Wildcats. So now with those 2 free throws, Wildcats are down by 3. Randolph College establishing some momentum as soon as this second lineup came in. That floater from Goodman, no good. Rebounded by Baker. Trying to advance up the floor to Olson, and it's tipped. The three is up. Rattles out, no good. Knocked out of bounds. Off the hand of number 24, Hunter Verling, the sophomore from Lake Mary, Florida. Here's Baker at the post. Gets double teamed, has to kick it out. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Olson dribbles in, and up and in! Drives it right to the lane off the pump fake. Olson leading the way and scoring with 9 points for Southern Virginia. Kennedy gets his hands in there, takes it away. He's got clear floor in front of him. An easy layup for two. Kennedy playing tough defense. Now in the hands of Bickey. Bickey, a fantastic shooter from the outside. They're gonna say it's a foul on the floor. That'll be on Kennedy as he was defending Goodman as he was trying to get in the paint. And some substitutions for Southern Virginia, including number 11, Brian Tapia. You also had Dane Ibsen and Tyler Kirchner. And coming out will be Marcus Robertson, Abe Connolly, and Malachi Olson. So now Olson is out of the game. They're gonna have to find some other players to get the scoring going. Of course, we've had Sean Kennedy get in there, as well as Baker. Baker will be called for the foul, and it'll send number 34, Joseph Peters, to the line. Peters also recently checked in, and Peters, by far the tallest player on either roster, standing at a staggering 6'10", 260 pounds from Forest, Virginia. First free throw from him is no good. And so with that size advantage, that means Tyler Karchner, the sophomore, staying at 6'8", has his work cut out for him. Second free throw is up and good. And now you're going to see some full court pressure from the Wildcats as Kennedy drills past it. Here's Kennedy for three. Just short, rebounded by Baker. Baker pump fakes. Seeing his own defense from the Wildcats. And is knocked out of bounds by number 3, Jordan Phillips McLeod. And this zone concept right now, Randolph College able to double team and swarm whoever has the ball. Really creating a lot more pressure for outside shooters. Shot clock winding down. Ibsen tries to get a shot off and he's blocked by Peters. Absolutely rejected as Ibsen was trying to beat the shot clock. And Peters said, not in my house. And checking in for Cole Baker is number 23, Alex Wayland. Wayland, the 6'4" sophomore from Ponder, Texas. He will be playing defense on Danny Bickey. And while Wayland hasn't gotten a ton of playing time throughout the year, it doesn't surprise that they're putting him in to guard Randolph College's leading scorer, because Wayland, as I've seen him practice time and time again, is just one of those players that hustles and tries to do everything right. Ibsen for three. Up, no good. Initially rebounded by Karchner, but knocked out of bounds by Peters. Jamarcus Robertson will come in for Sean Kennedy. Stays with Southern Virginia. Kicks out to Ibsen, tries dual baseline. Shot clock winding down. Whalen tries to get it inside to Karchner. Great idea, but knocked away. Wildcats in transition, kick it out. Batted down by Tapia. What a play! As Perry was wide open, cutting to the basket. Here's the three from the corner. That is up, no good. Foul on Peters as he knocked Karchner to the ground on the rebound. That is Peters' first foul of the game. Team third. Both teams have committed 3 fouls so far in this first half. Still seeing some more zone, full court pressure. It's Randolph defense trying to force the Knights to the left hand. Ibsen for 3. That is up and rattles out. Ibsen, oftentimes a very reliable shooter, has a very high three-point percentage throughout the year. Hasn't been able to knock down one yet. The jumper up and good for Bickey. That is Bickey's first basket of the game and brings the Wildcats within 2. That one was tipped by McLeod, so it'll stay with the Knights. Whalen trying to be strong with it as defenders are swatting at the ball in his hand. 10 seconds to the shot clock. Robertson for deep 3. That one's good. That was only the second three-pointer to fall. The other one being made by Olsen. Batted away by J-Mac. He's got one-on-one against Bickey. Spin move, up the reverse layup and in. What a fancy move from J-Mac Robertson. He's out here stealing cookies, picking pockets, whatever you want to call it. He did it perfectly just then. And a block, that time by Ibsen. Knights playing phenomenal defense right now. Whalen with a Euro step blocked by Peters. Second block for Peters of the game. Here's Bickey for 3. They're gonna say that Bickey was out of bounds before he missed the shot. We're on a media timeout here as the Knights now have a 7-point lead in this one. As Danny Bickey was talking to the ref about something that possibly Tyler Karchner said after the shot. Karchner getting a brief talking to from assistant coach John Wardenberg. And so a tie one so far, folks. A very entertaining ride as Southern Virginia playing some fantastic defense, getting several steals, doing well in transition, not shooting particularly well from the outside so far, but overall a fantastic game. Right now, Southern Virginia, I say they're not shooting well from beyond the arc. They're shooting 40%, which is a pretty good percentage. Randolph College shooting at 28.6%. And right now also the field goal percentage, the Knights are leading 50% to 26.7, and with the lead by 7 in this one. So I think this game turned out to be, so far, I don't want to get my hopes up, but it's turned out exactly how I imagined it would. A tight contest, a lot of tough defense being played. It's already getting a little chippy, and the crowd getting into it. In fact, here in the stands, in the student section, we have some students who have brought a makeshift ESPN courtside table. I always love seeing stuff like that. It shows the fans are involved and invested and bringing a lot of energy here to Knight Arena. And you watch this on the Knights Broadcasting Network. Since you're watching it here, be sure to give us a like, subscribe, leave us a comment, let us know how we are doing, and click the notification bell. That way you get notified every single time we go live with a Southern Virginia athletic event. We appreciate your support. So after the media timeout, it'll be Southern Virginia ball. After moments ago, Danny Bickey stepped out of bounds before attempting a 3. And again, the Knights so far doing everything they've needed to do. They've been doing great with rebounding. They've been doing well in transition. And just playing top-notch defense, getting a couple of steals. J-Mac step back 3. They're gonna call I believe, a moving screen on Karchner. And also a platoon swap for Southern Virginia as they have Baker, Kennedy, Connolly, Olson, all coming in, leaving only Alex Wayland from the previous group of players. He's still guarding Danny Bickey. Here's the jumper from the outside. That one is good from Myron Williams, who's averaging 6.3 points per game. Brings it back within 5 for the Wildcats. Olson won the step back. Here's Connolly for 3, wide open. No good. Rebounded by Bickey. Here's another jumper. No good. Rebounded by Baker. Baker now with 3 rebounds in the game. That's up with the left hand. No good. Gets his own rebound. Up with the left hand and in. He started that possession with 2 rebounds and now has 4 with 4 points as well. They're call a foul on Wayland as he's holding on to Bickey. Again, this is kind of an underlying story that we're seeing here with Wayland guarding Bickey, showing a lot of trust that Southern Virginia's coaches have in him to defend their leading scorer, trying to stick to him like glue. And that ball is knocked out and will stay with Wildcats. 10 seconds left in the shot clock. Bickey wide open in the corner, and that is up and good. The Knights losing track of Bickey while trying to figure out their defensive formation on the inbound pass. Here's Kennedy, and he's going to get fouled by Graham as he's trying to dribble the left side towards the basket. That is Graham's second foul of the game, and checking in for Wayland is Jamarcus Robertson. And another substitution for Randolph. This is 31, Jerry Goodman. He will check in for Graham, who just committed the foul. Just Connolly at the post. Tries to kick it out to J-Mac, who saves it from going back court. 10 seconds to the shot clock. Kennedy dribbling in, goes up strong, no good, rebounded by Wagner. 4-point game. Connolly on Bickey. Dribbles in. Looks like he's fouled on the shot. They're going to call that on Baker. That is his second personal foul.
Going to the line, number 44, Danny Bickey.
So Bickey will go to the free throw line. Bickey shooting almost 79% from the line this year. First free throw is up and good. Dane Ibsen will check in for Koa Baker after he gets his second personal foul. Got some substitutions for Randolph College as well. Got number 0, Kyle Ferguson, who started this game, as well as number 11, Cole Perry. And checking in for Danny Bickey is number 3, Jordan Phillips McLeod. So after those free throws, it is a 2-point game in favor of the Knights. And J-Mac is going to be fouled on a dribble drive.
Number 3,
that is Phillips McLeod on the foul, gets his first. as well as a timeout here after that foul. Head coach for Randolph College, Pete Hamilton, trying to argue that J-Mac had extended his arm and committed an offensive foul. And I do see where he's seeing that, but I think they blew the whistle right before that happened. And I believe J-Mac was simply pushing off in response to the foul, just trying to get the defender off of him. But right now, the score stands 22-20 with 7 minutes and 43 seconds left in this exciting first half that it has been. A lot of great things happening basketball-wise. Real quick, though, we want to thank our athletic partners, Straws, Drinks, and Eats, here in Buena Vista, Virginia. It's a great place to go if you're looking for just a fun time. And it's your #1 place to go to for good sodas, cookies, and good times. In fact, just for the game, one of our workers for tonight's broadcast that brought me my own Straws drink, good old Dr. Pepper with vanilla, cherry, and lime, and even brought me a cookie. And let's just say that cookie disappeared really fast. So let's just say they're pretty good. So be sure to go down to Straws, Drinks, and Eats if you're here in Buena Vista, Virginia. Straws, we thank you so much for your support of Southern Virginia athletics. So the ball will be inbounded underneath the basket by the Knights. And the stands have gradually grown more and more packed here in Knight Arena as the game has continued. And if you missed the early moments of this game, Malachi Olson went off to start the game with 9 points, a couple of three-pointers, and just some fantastic play. He hasn't scored much since he was substituted. In fact, he hasn't scored at all since he was substituted out in favor of Tyler Karchner. And since then, Randolph College has really done a great job at denying him defensively and putting defenders on him that can really get in his face on his shots. And also since the opening minutes, Randolph College has really done a better job in transition. As J-Mac attempts the three, that is off the left side, no good. Rebounded by Perry. Olson on defense. And I believe they're going to call a shooting foul on him as that was attempted by number 13, Landon Wagoner. That is Olson's second foul. Wagoner is yet to score in today's contest. Has a chance to do so now with these 2 free throws. Randolph College now in the bonus as Southern Virginia has 7 fouls. First free throw is good for Wagoner. And Karchner will check in for Olson.
For the Knights, number 55, Tyler Karchner.
Second free throw is up and no good. Rebounded by Robertson. That is knocked out of bounds by the Wildcats. We're seeing some stout post defense here from Wagoner in the past couple of minutes. And Wagoner standing at a staggering 6'8". They're gonna call a jump ball as it stays with the Knights. Kennedy was trying to force it in the paint and kick it out, but defenders were able to swarm quickly. The Knights trying to hold on to a 1-point lead. Shot clock winding down. Ibsen for deep three. Off the back of the rim, no good. Rebound by Connolly, goes up the right hand and in with the foul. And Connolly gets his first points of the game. And checking in for Wagoner, as that was his second foul, is number 34, Joseph Peters. The N1 free throw is up and good. So it extends the Knights' lead to 4. Dribbling up the lane, of the right hand, and good. Good on the drive is Ferguson, the freshman guard from Lynchburg, Virginia. Reaching in and knocking it away is Peters, as he pretty much went through Karchner.
Fouls on number 34, Joseph Peters.
So Karchner will get a 1-and-1 free throw opportunity here. Now the Knights are in the bonus.
Karchner at the line.
And checking back in for the Wildcats is number 44, Danny Bickey. For one free throw is good. So get a chance to shoot the second one. With this free throw, the Knights could advance their lead to 4 once again. Free throw is up, and no good, rebounded by Peters. Here's Phyllis McLeod with it now. And up and good for the Wildcats. What we're seeing right now is that Randolph College is doing a great job at getting defenders to switch due to ball screens and trying to create mismatches. J-Mac goes up strong with it. Up, no good. That one rebounded by Perry. Now within 1. Bickey gets it inside to Peters. And blocked by the Knights. It was blocked by Connolly. That's me out of bounds on the Knights. What a great defensive effort from Southern Virginia. Checking in for Ibsen is Wayland. That's to be expected, as once Bickey got on the floor, you could expect Coach Wardenberg to put back Wayland on him, as he did a great job containing him. Here's the corner 3. Up, no good, rebounded by Wayland. Kennedy wanted the 3, but too well defended. Karchner trying to work against Peters. Somehow, Karchner got it out to Kennedy. Here's the 3. That is good for Wayland, the bank 3-pointer. Here's 3-pointer from Bickey. No good. Rebounded by J-Mac. J-Mac trying to dribble it in. They want the and one, but the foul will be on the floor. And that'll be on Peters. And checking in for the Wildcats is number 5, Ty Klingerman, and number 24, Hunter Verling. That is Peters' 3rd foul of the game so far. And because they're in the bonus, J-Mac will go to the free throw line after this quick media timeout here at Southern Virginia. Now again, it's been a great back and forth battle. So far the Wildcats really gotten within 1 or 2 points on a couple occasions, but the Knights have done a great job responding right back with fantastic defensive play. And of course, moments ago, Counts Wayland had the 3-pointer, the improbable 3-pointer as it was banked in. But you know, sometimes it's good to be fortunate than for a shot to look pretty. You always want it to go in rather than just look like a beautiful shot, right? So right now the Knights, one advantage they really do have is winning the rebound battle 16-10, which is absolutely phenomenal considering the fact that in most of the games where Randolph College has lost, they've at least won the rebound battle. They are known for being a good, solid rebounding team. And so the Knights really trying to do a good job of rebounding, out-rebounding them, and doing just a great job at crashing the boards. It's fantastic. Leading the way in statistics for the Knights in rebounding is Koa Baker with 4, no surprise there. J-Mac Robertson with 4, Connolly with 3, and Kennedy with 2. And leading the way for the Wildcats in rebounding is Cole Perry with 4, Landon Wagner with 2, Joseph Peters with 2, and Myron Williams with 1. Scoring-wise, Malachi Olson still leads both teams in scoring with 9 points, all 9 of those coming within the first couple of minutes of this first half.
At the line for the Knights, number 3, J-Mac Robertson, 1-1.
Robertson so far has 5 points. 1-on-1 free throw opportunity. Free throw is up and good. Knights making some changes. Down the paint for rebounding. They wanted to get Wayland in there. Second free throw is up and good. The Knights are 8 of 9 from the free throw line so far. And taken away by Kennedy. Up with the right hand and in. And the Knights done a great job at taking the ball away and giving themselves other opportunities to score. Dribbling in, put in the paint to number 24, Hunter Verling, and he will knock it down with the foul.
Fouls on number 23, Alex Weiland. At the line, shoe 1, number 24, Hunter Verling. Into the Wildcats, number 4, Myron Williams.
Checking in for Randolph College is number 4, Myron Williams, the guard from Fayetteville, North Carolina, or Fayetteville. Free throw is up and good for Verling. Three and a half minutes left to go. Here's Karchner in the paint, spins the right hand, up and in. Karchner getting his first actual basket of the game. He has 3 points thanks to 1 free throw. And that'll be out of bounds on the Wildcats. Another substitution for Randolph's number 31, Jerry Goodman. Goodman, one of the leaders in scoring for the Wildcats with 5. He is tied with Phyllis McCloyd. Kennedy kicks it out. Kennedy brings it in the paint, up with the right hand and in, somehow able to beat Hunter Verling at the rim. Here's Bickey for 3. Off the back of the rim, no good. Rebounded by Kennedy. J-Mac with a spin move. They're going to call an offensive foul on J-Mac as Danny Bickey falls to the floor. So the ball goes back to Randolph College. Bringing it down the floor is Goodman. Here is the outside 3. That is good for Williams. And knocking it away. I believe coming in there was Goodman. As one thing we're starting to see with Randolph College's defense is that whenever the post gets the ball and they try to make a move toward the paint, an outside defender crashes down trying to take away the ball as post player is unsuspecting, trying to simply work on his defender. We've seen that frustrate Karchner a number of times. Here's a 3-pointer from Goodman. That is no good. Rebounded by Karchner. Strong rebound. Weiland for three. Too strong. I do want to correct myself. I believe I've been pronouncing Weiland's last name incorrectly. I want to go on record and make up for that as the Wildcats have the ball now. Foul on Kennedy.
Fouls on number 4, Sean Kennedy.
He put his arms out there trying to contain Phillips McLeod, and that'll send him to the free throw line. And checking in for the Wildcats is number 11, Cole Perry, the junior from Salisbury, North Carolina. First free throw is up and good. And another substitution as well for the Wildcats, number 30, Micah Kreider. Number 11, Brian Tapia checks in for the Knights in place of Sean Kennedy, who just picked up his second foul. Second free throw is up and good for Phillips McLeod. A 30-second timeout here for Randolph College. Just under a minute and a half left to go in this first half. The Knights holding on to a 4-point lead. Once again, I want to remind you, you're watching this game on the Knights Broadcast YouTube channel. Be sure to give us a like, subscribe, leave us a comment, and let us know how we are doing. And also, if we're pronouncing names wrong. If you're a parent that likes to hear your child's name said correctly, we understand that, and we want to make sure we get that as accurate as possible. And be sure to click the notification bell by the subscription button. That way you get notified every single time by the YouTube app whenever Southern Virginia Athletics go live here on the network. Southern Virginia now has the ball. And I mentioned earlier in today's game that Southern Virginia has had quite a streak of having games here in Knight Arena. This is their 4th straight home game. And they're 4-1 at home, or 3-1 at home on the year so far. And Randolph College so far is 0-3 in away games, trying to break that streak. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Weiland goes up with the right hand, up and in. Fancy move from Weiland. And with that, a timeout is called by Coach Wardenberg with 49.8 seconds remaining in this first half. What a dribble drive from Weiland as the shot clock was winding down. Brings it up all the way around and brings it back with his right hand. He now has 5 points on the game. He had another three-pointer earlier in the half that banked in off the glass. And other leaders from scoring for Southern Virginia. Sean Kennedy is slowly making his way past Malachi Olson with 8 points himself. Malachi Olson still leads the way with 9 points. Again, those early points came in the first couple of minutes of this first half. For Randolph College, leaders in points right now are Bickey, no surprise, with 7 points so far in today's game, but has been limited, only 1 for 4 from beyond the arc, 2 of 5 from the field. The Knights doing a great job at keying on him defensively. Tied with him, actually, is Phillips McLeod, also with 7, and they are followed by Myron Williams, who has 5 points to his name. And the Knights are going to apply some full court pressure on the Wildcats. Here's Bickey in the corner for 3. That is up and good. The Wildcats do a great job against the zone defense that this Wildcats has implemented time and time again here in this first half. That ball knocked out of bounds by Bickey. So it'll stay Knight ball. Inbound to Tapia. So no shot clock. Knights want to hold onto the ball until the very last second and get a good shot. Ten seconds left. Connolly deep 3. That is good for Connolly. and heaves up a half-court shot. That'll be too short as the Knights go into halftime with a 6-point lead, 42-36. Connolly getting some points on the board, some more points I should say. He had a 3 earlier and gets another one to fall. Actually, no, he had a jumper earlier, he had 1 free throw, and then now a 3-pointer. He had struggled from beyond the 3-point line so far in that first half. Gets that one to fall with just seconds remaining and to extend the Knights' lead. And again, just been a great back and forth battle, rebounding efforts. I mean, it's just been one heck of a game to witness. There's been a little bit of chippiness, but just enough to make it such a fun and intense game so far here in the barn of Southern Virginia. But with that, we'll turn it over to Southern Virginia's dance team for a halftime performance. We'll see you when the second half actually starts.
The gift card is put on the center bench. Each time you make a free throw, you move it closer to your side. So the left corner will be on the left side. Brandon is going to be on the right side. So I need each of you to line up on the corner of the free throw line. And then the first person to get the gift card on their side wins. All right, Packers, make some noise for your contestants. Here we go. Are you guys ready? It's set.
And we're back for the start of the second half action between the Wildcats of Randolph College and your Southern Virginia University Knights. It was a tightly contested first half, ending with a three-pointer from Abe Connolly to extend the lead going into the half. And right now, just looking at the stat sheet, Southern Virginia's main advantage that they have had is in the rebound game. They're winning that game 18-11 rebounds, with 15 of the rebounds being defensive. So really doing a great job at crashing the boards, making sure that they can end possessions for Randolph College quickly and then transition down the floor to try to get good open shots and try to create great opportunities for their outside shooters. Both teams shooting very similarly from beyond the arc, with Southern Virginia shooting 36.4% and Randolph College shooting 33.3%. But it's the field goal percentage where Southern Virginia is really succeeding right now. 51.7% compared to Randolph College, 37.6%. Now, one place that I find fascinating that Southern Virginia is winning right now is points in the paint. Right now, Randolph College has 6 points in the paint, where Southern Virginia has 20, winning that part of the game by 14 points. But also on the flip side, Randolph College's bench is playing phenomenal, with their bench scoring 28 of their 36 points in that first half. Of course, leading the way in scoring in that regard is Danny Bickey, who has had 10 points in that first half. Didn't do a whole lot in the first minutes of the first half. Knights did a great job of containing him. They had Alex Weiland on him for quite a while. And then Southern Virginia went to this sort of zone concept where they try to crash in on defenders or crash in on shooters for Randolph College. But Randolph College figured that out pretty quickly, got to the open man on the outside, and Bickey's able to get some shots to fall. But he's only made 2 3-pointers in that first half, so again, limiting him from the outside and those scoring opportunities, but Bickey also being impactful in other ways as well. And honestly, with a player like Bickey, his presence on the court is enough to help your team kind of elevate and play. And leading the way in scoring so far for the Knights is Malachi Olson. He ended the first half with 9 points. All 9 of those coming in the first, I believe, 3 minutes of that first half. Hasn't scored since, and he's actually shooting a perfect percentage right now. He's made 1 of 1 attempts of 3-pointers, 3 for 3 from the field, and 2 for 2 from the free throw line. So, obviously, you're looking at that statistic and saying, hey, if he's feeling it, let's try to get it to him a little bit more. But defensively, Randolph College has done a great job at strapping down and preventing him from being impactful. And immediately, the Wildcats are fantastic passing, get it down to number 13, Wagner, 4-2. They're calling an offensive foul on Baker as he's being defended by number 5, Ty Klingerman. The Knights wanting a call earlier as they're saying that Klingerman was wrapping his arms around Baker. Baker now has 3 fouls in the game. Subbing in for him is Weiland. And Baker being in foul trouble is a big issue for Southern Virginia. They're going to call an offensive foul that time on Wagner. So it goes back to the Knights. And as I was saying before, Baker being in foul trouble is a big issue because he's averaging a double-double and one of the leading scorers for the Knights. That 3-pointer is no good. Way too strong from Connolly. It was rebounded by Ferguson. And up and in with the right hand is Williams over top of Weiland. And just like that, it's a 2-point game. I think the Wildcats maybe saw the same stats that I was seeing at halftime, where the Wildcats were getting smoked with points in the paint. And it's time to attack the rim a little bit more. Olsen the jumper off the back of the rim, no good. Foul called on Connolly on the rebound as Myron Williams was bringing it down. Gives him his first foul of the game. With the ball now is Graham. Here's Williams again with the right hand up, and no good. Rebounded by J-Mac. Spin move trying to get out of the pressure. Weiland for three. No good, off the face of Connolly, as he was not expecting the shot to be that far. So shooting so far for Southern Virginia, not looking too hot to start the half. Williams the right hand up and in over Connolly. And ties this game up at 42 apiece. Southern Virginia struggling offensively out of the break. Olsen dribbling in, gets the man a jump, and up and in with the foul. Puts him at 11 points. One of only 2 players so far to reach double digits in scoring in this game, alongside Bickey for Randolph College. And coming in for the Wildcats is number 34, Joseph Peters. Who wreaked a lot of havoc defensively in the paint in the first half. That free throw is good. Olsen remains perfect from the free throw line. And that free throw brought Olsen to a total of 12 points so far in this contest. Under 10 seconds on the shot clock. Williams goes up with a no good, rebounded by Olsen. They're going to say that he stepped out of bounds on the way down with the rebound. So the shot clock restarts and it'll stay with the Wildcats. Got some more substitutions for the Wildcats, including number 31, Jerry Goodman, number 11, Cole Perry, number 3, Jordan Phillips McLeod, and number 44, their leading scorer, Danny Bickey. Batted away by Connolly, and knocked out of bounds by the Wildcats, off the hand of Goodman. The Wildcats are trying to set up a three-point shot for Bickey at the top of the key, trying to set up some down screens. But the Knights read that perfectly. Kennedy driving the lane, kicks it out to Weiland for three. That is too strong, no good. Off the foot of Connolly on the rebound. That's 2 straight three-pointers for Weiland that were too strong. So sending him into his place is Brian Tapia. Knights applying some slight full court pressure. Kick it out, here's Bickey for three. No good, rebounded by Robertson. Here's a corner for Connolly. That is no good. And that'll be another three-pointer for Bickey. So far in this second half, the Knights really struggling from behind the three-point line, 0 for 4. And with Bickey's three, it is tied at 45 apiece. Olsen goes with the right hand, the hook up, no good. Rebounded by the Wildcats. They're going to call a shooting foul as number 31, Jerry Goodman, was driving the lane. They're going to call it on Olsen. We had timeout here on the floor. The score is tied 45 to 45. Goodman has a chance to take the first lead that Randolph College has had all game long. as each time the Wildcats have battled and brought it within a couple of points or even tied it up, the Knights have responded and taken back the lead. So you can say that the Knights in some form or fashion have been in control of this entire game. But again, the Knights really struggling shooting-wise. I mean, right now they're shooting 14.3% from the floor, 0% from three-point, at 0 for 4 from behind the arc. Not exactly how you'd want to start off a second half where you've honestly been shooting pretty well. I mean, we looked at the shooting numbers for both teams. The Knights from the floor in the first half were 51.7%, and from three they were 36.4%, leading in both categories over Randolph College. So I don't know if it's fatigue setting in or the fact that they sat down for a little too long at halftime, but right now, shooting-wise, not looking very pretty at all whatsoever. And so far in the second half, Randolph College is winning the rebound battle 5-3. All 5 of those rebounds for Randolph College being defensive rebounds. Right now, we'll have Goodman go to the line and shoot 2.
At the line, shooting 2, number 31, Jerry Goodman.
Goodman made 2 free throws in the first half, was 2 for 2. Now he is 3 for 3. And the Wildcats take the first lead of the game. Second free throw is good, extends their lead to 2. Again, their first lead of this entire game. Kennedy trying to advance the ball out to Tapia, who was coming up to try to help Kennedy. So now Randolph has a chance to extend their lead. And it's a point like this where you realize what your team is made of. Can your team battle back after things aren't going right for you so far? Again, shooting-wise, not going well for Southern Virginia. Can you fight defensively, keep yourselves in it, and get some good high-percentage shots up? Robertson defending. Bickey, the 3 is up, no good. Somehow rebounded by Perry. That 3 is good for Bickey. Now a 5-point lead for the Wildcats. Connolly for 3. That one falls. The first 3 for Southern Virginia in this half. Brings it back within 2. The Knights have kind of found an opening as that 3 is up. With the foul, gets to fall is Phillips McCloyd. That foul is on Kennedy, being his 3rd foul.
At the line, shooting 1, number 3.
Dane Ibsen will be checking in for Abe Connolly, who just made that last 3-pointer.
Number 32, Dane Ibsen.
Ibsen, who's known for his 3-point shooting, is 0 for 3 so far. Free throw is up and good for Phillips McCloyd. Phillips McCloyd now has 10 points in this game. Kennedy able to save that one, as originally intended for Ibsen, but he had already cut down. The Knights really need to take a breath. Kennedy for deep 3, no good. They're gonna say it was off. The Wildcats stays with Southern Virginia.
Checking in for the Wildcats, number 5, Ty Klingerman.
Some substitutions for the Wildcats, including number 5, Ty Klingerman, and number 24, Hunter Verling. Here's Tapia for 3, no good. And Ibsen was trying to go for the rebound, but trying to shove him out of the way was Phillips McCloyd.
Fouls on number 3, Jordan Phillips McCloyd.
So it once again stays in the Knights' timeout, Southern Virginia. And right now it just seems like Southern Virginia's been really frustrated offensively because they're making some plays that characteristically they really don't make. They're missing some passes, there's miscommunication happening, things you just didn't see in the first half of this game, which is why the Wildcats right now have a 6-point lead. And leading the way in scoring right now, again, Vicky now with 16 points. Again, early in the first half, the Knights did a great job at limiting his opportunities, limiting his shots, but now Vicky's really found a pattern to get open shots against this Knights defense. And Phyllis McLeod able to get some shots as well, able to get the and one three-pointer just moments ago, along with the and one shot after the foul. And again, it's been rough sailing for Southern Virginia starting off. Very poor shooting percentage, 43.6, and three-point percentage, 27.8. But hopefully that three-pointer from Conley just moments ago, they can capitalize on that, get some momentum building, and take back this lead. Again, being down by 6 now. Shot clock now at 20 seconds as the Knights have the ball back. And once more, we'd like to take a quick moment to thank our athletic partners, Straws, Drinks, and Eats. I've been enjoying myself one of their drinks here on courtside for the majority of the game. Here in Buena Vista, Virginia, they have great drinks, great cookies, great times, and even have live music on occasion. And I also got to give a shout out to one of our Knights broadcast crew members, Kendall, who actually went to Straws, Drinks, and Eats on my behalf to give me some sweets before this game. Once again, Straws, we appreciate your support as the Knights have it. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Kennedy spin move up the right hand and in. What a drive from Kennedy. Weaving through defenders, the beautiful spin move in traffic, able to knock it down. Vicky driving the lane. I believe they're going to say that Robertson got a hand on him. They say that he hit his leg. Some substitutions for the Knights, including Koa Baker and Malachi Olson. They'll come in for Karchner. The Knights have 6 on the floor. Apparently there wasn't any communication on who Baker was coming in for. And Baker hasn't seen a whole lot of time in this second half due to some foul trouble. He had 3 fouls in that first half. Becky for 3, no good. And rebounded by Klingerman. A deep 3, no good. Attempted by Phyllis McCoy. They're going to say a travel on Baker.
Checking in for the Knights, number 15, Abe Conley.
Originally going up getting it was Dane Ibsen trying to knock it down and get it to a fellow Knight. And in the paint, easy play for Perry. Able to sneak in there on the inbound. Baker goes with the left hand, up and in. That's the offensive power that they've been missing since Baker's not been on the floor. Vicky with the floater up. No good. They're gonna say offensive foul on Vicky. As Kai Olsen took the charge. That's Vicky's first foul. Dane Ibsen will check back in place of Brian Tapia. So now the Knights down by 4. Olsen in the paint, pump fake. Tries to go up and under with the right hand. Up and in for Olsen. Got great positioning against Hunter Verling. Brings it back within 2. Here's Phyllis McCoy with it. Here's Bickey for 3. Up, no good. Eventually brought down by Sean Kennedy, fighting for it. Advance up the floor to Baker. Up the left hand and in, ties it back up at 56. Great vision from Kennedy and great hustle from Baker. Starting to see a fire ignite in the Knights right now. Gonna call a defensive foul on Baker. He was trying to plant his feet and take a charge, but his feet were still moving when Bicky was dribbling in, and that is Baker's fourth. So immediate timeout as it's tied back up at 56. Again, Baker had sat out most of the minutes so far in the second half due to foul trouble, and now with 4 fouls, he probably won't be seeing the floor until very late in the game unless they want to risk losing him to fouling out. And again, Baker is such an instrumental part of this team right now with 8 points and a total of 5 rebounds as well. And it's one of those hustle players that gets things done for you, so losing into foul trouble is a big blow to Southern Virginia if that indeed is what happens. And I believe that foul will send Bicky to the line. And Bicky now with 16 points in this contest. And you're really seeing a lot of off-ball movement from Bicky, trying to set up some screens. They're trying to get him to open opportunities. And he's not afraid to pull up a long three with a defender in his face. He's absolutely not afraid to do that whatsoever. And he's knocked several of those down, both in this game and throughout the season. And indeed, they will sub out Koa Baker. Indeed, there won't be free throws. It'll be inbounded for Randolph College. It's nice a chance to get a stop and try to take back the lead. Here's Phillips McCloy, blocked by Olsen, but they're going to call a foul. They're going to say that Olsen pushed Phillips McCloy, but he went with both hands and swatted it. I don't know what kind of pushing that Olsen can do when his hands are in the air. And that's Olsen's 4th foul. Free throw from Phillips McCloy is good as the Wildcats take back the lead. And coming in for Olsen will be number 55, Tyler Karchner, the sophomore from Draper, Utah. So another Knight player in foul trouble. This time it's Olsen, who has 14 points. That second free throw from Phillips McCloy is good, making it a 2-point game. Here's a 3-pointer from Ibsen, off the back of the rim, no good. Rebounded by Karchner. Put it back up and in. That was Dane Ibsen. Phillips McCloy driving the lane and knocked away, I believe, by Ibsen. Robertson's got it. Kennedy drives the lane, tries to get underneath to Connolly. What a pass! Holds on to it, up and in for Connolly. What patience as he had defender number 13, Landon Wagner, swatting at it. And the Knights take back the lead, 60-58. And Bicky gets the handoff and is fouled on the way up. Great cut by Bicky to the rim. Ibsen commits his first foul as they're saying that his hand swung down and hit Bicky in the face on the way up. Again, Bicky, a fantastic free throw shooter. And the first one is no good. Some substitutions for the Wildcats. Number 4, Myron Williams, and number 31, Jerry Goodman. Williams had 5 points in that first half. So that second free throw is good for Bickey. Brings it back within 1. Connolly puts it back inside to Ibsen. What a pass from Connolly to Ibsen. Some beautiful passing from Southern Virginia in the past couple of minutes. Ibsen now with 4 points in the game. And some great passing inside that time to Myron Williams for the score. Brings it back within 1. The zone look for Randolph College. Here's the Connolly, the floater up and good. Now that's doing a great job managing again the zone defense the Randolph College Wildcats have been putting out there, trying to pass the way around, getting into the high post to Connolly. Bickey with the floater underneath, no good. I said that Karchner was fouled on the rebound by number 4, Myron Williams. That's his second foul. J-Mac inbounds it. He'll be working the point. 8.5 minutes left to go in this one. 3-point game. Karchner gets fouled on the floor. I'm gonna say that's on Williams again. He gets his third foul. And checking in for Randolph College is number 34, Joseph Peters. Peters with 2 blocks and 1 block assist. Here's Tapia for 3. That's good for Tapia. He just recently checked in for Sean Kennedy. Bickey not only held that pass, dribbles in, up the right hand, no good. Rebounded by Connolly. Bickey had a great dribble drive, nearly knocking it down. They're gonna call a foul on Bickey as J-Mac hits the floor. And that'll be Bickey's second foul of the game. Of a timeout here for Randolph College as the Knights up by 6 with 7 minutes and 45 seconds remaining in this one. Again, you saw the Knights get a little frustrated and flustered in making some plays they really don't normally do, but they have fought back, made some great plays and some great passes, and up their 3-point percentage to what it was 0% with a couple minutes into the second half, in this half, I should say. Now it's a 30% in this second half, or 22.2%, I should say. Just improving that just a little bit, and that's because they've been doing a great job distributing the ball, passing in against this zone defense that Randolph College has been putting out there. And Randolph, they've been responding as well. I mean, they have Myron Williams making plays, and then Danny Bickey. That's one thing the Knights have not really been able to shut down in the second half so far, is Bickey able to get to the lane and able to get up some solid shots. Rebound battle in the second half is very even. Southern Virginia with 8 rebounds compared to Randolph 7. And the Knights have upped their field goal percentage to 55% in this second half. And again, a lot of that is due to points in the paint. Because right now in this second half, excuse me, in the entire game, the Knights have gotten 38 points in the paint. compared to Randolph College's 18. Free throw from J-Mac is good. Makes the first of the 1-and-1. Here's J-Mac's second free throw up, no good. Rebounded by Connolly, first touch by Tapia. So a second chance for the Knights to continue to extend their lead. In the paint to Karchner. That's knocked out of his hands by Peters.
Ball for the Knights. Checking in for the Wildcats, number 13, Landon Wagner. And number 4 for the Knights.
Sean Kennedy will check back in for Dane Ibsen. Knights inbounding. Shot clock winding down. J-Mac attempts a deep three. That is an air ball, no good. It'll go back to the Wildcats. I don't think the Knights really realized how little time there was in the shot clock to do anything. So it remains a 7-point game in favor of the Knights. There's a travel here on Goodman. He tried to stop and then spin on his feet. His feet slipped a little bit. And so it'll be a turnover. Dane Ibsen will be checking in for the Knights in place of Abe Connolly. Wildcats switching to a man defense. Stripped away by Bickey. Phyllis McLeod up with a three, no good. Rebounded by Karchner, what a strong rebound. Kennedy for three. Up off the back of the rim, no good. Rebounded by Karchner again. Here's Karchner for three. Off the front of the rim, no good. Karchner now with a total of 3 rebounds in this game. Easy dribble drive for Goodman. Has done a great job sealing off that side. It was number 13, Landon Wagner. Made it an easy dribble lane for Goodman. Brings it back within 5. Karchner trying to spin up, gets fouled on the way up. Fouled by Wagner.
Foul on number 13, Landon Wagner.
So Karchner will go to the line and shoot 2. That is Wagner's 4th foul of the game. First free throw is no good for Karchner. Cole Perry, number 11, will check in for Wildcats, as well as number 1, Rayvon Graham. And checking in for Brian Tapia is number 1, Koa Baker, who, like we mentioned earlier, is in foul trouble with 4 fouls in the game. Now with 5 minutes and 45 seconds remaining, he'll try to do all that he can before he fouls out. Second free throw good by Karchner. The jumper from Williams, that is good over Karchner. Williams now with 13 points. One of 3 Wildcats to be in double digits in scoring. Kennedy trying to pass to J-Mac, knocked away. Here's Bickey with it. Vicky, no good. Rebounded by Robertson. Ibsen standing his ground, not swatting. Vicky nearly got another one. "12 seconds on the shot clock. Ibsen for three. That rattles in. The high arching shot, able to knock it down from deep. It seemed to hang in the air forever. Makes it a 7-point game once again. Here's Williams working on Karchner. Williams step back, spin, shot up and in. What a clean release from Williams. Williams now with 15 points, now second on the team in scoring, just behind the 17 points of Bicky. Brings it back within 5 with just under 4.5 minutes left to go in this second half. Once again, you're watching this on the Knights Broadcasting Network. If you like what you see, be sure to like the video. Be sure to leave us a comment, let us know how we're doing. Be sure to subscribe as well, and hit that notification bell that we get notified every single time we go live with Southern Virginia Athletics. We appreciate your support. I mean, folks, this has been a back and forth game by every definition of the term. We had the Wildcats battling back, having a 1.84-point lead. Southern Virginia coming back, taking back the lead, now up by 5. Both teams making plays when they need to. Again, Myron Williams now with 15 points in this one, really being the unsung hero for Randolph College, in my own personal opinion. Whenever they've needed points, him and Vicky have been Johnny on the spot, able to knock down jumpers, able to get some steals when needed. Vicky's also really stepped up his defensive production, now with 2 steals on the game, and able to help them capitalize on some turnovers. And Malachi Olson now back on the floor for Southern Virginia. He is also in foul trouble with 4 fouls to his name. Knights working against the man press. Here's Olson, gets the pump fake, goes up with the right hand, strong and in. No foul call despite him being thrown to the ground. Well, able to knock it down anyway. Olson now brings his point total to 14. Williams shot no good. Wildcats trying to ride the hot hand. And defending Kennedy right now is number 3, Jordan Phillips-McCloyd, who's done a fantastic job defensively, really limiting Sean Kennedy, who puts it inside to Olson, up and in for 2. Now has 16 points in the game. Phillips-McCloyd, the jumper from the outside, that one's good.
Basket by Phillips-McCloyd.
That's knocked away by Bicky and able to capitalize, even though there's so much confusion. That's time I call, the ref was in the way. The ball hit the ref and everyone was confused, thinking that it should be considered out of bounds. Coach Warnerberg irate about this. As now it's back within 5 points with just under 3 minutes remaining. Again, the Knights trying to advance it down the floor and it was hit off one of the referees. The refs discussing exactly what that would mean should that occasion arise again. But once again, another example of the defensive effort from Bicky in this second half. getting steal number 3. All 3 steals coming in this half. So now once again, Kennedy having to work against 2 defenders. Again, Phyllis McCloyd really doing a great job defensively moving his feet and really frustrating Kennedy as cuts the basket. J-Mac goes up and in. With Wagner trying to fly in there and swat it away. Here's Graham with it. Here's the mid-range jumper. Up, no good. Rebounded by J-Mac, knocked away though by the Wildcats. They're gonna call the foul on Wildcats number 11, Cole Perry. And that'll send Olsen to the line.
Olsen at the line, shooting 1-1.
See Phillips McCloyd in the little courtside huddle with assistant coach John Wardenberg. Here's Olsen's first free throw. It's up and in. Olsen remains perfect from the free throw line. Excuse me, he missed one earlier. Now is 8 for 10, or is now 8 for 10 actually. He missed 2 earlier. But he did start off the game perfect and then nicks the second one as well. Extends the lead to 9. Excuse me, no. He was 4 for 4. Again, we're looking through the stat sheets. Things get confusing sometimes, but he is now still 100% for the free throw line, knocking them down. Up and in as Phyllis McCloyd. Foul called on Phyllis McCloyd as he's reaching in, trying to take the ball away from Kennedy. That is his third.
Sean Kennedy at the line, shooting 2.
So just to clarify for you folks, Malcolm Olsen is still 100% for the free throw line, 5 for 5 in today's game. Now with Kennedy going to the free throw line. First free throw from Kennedy is good. Nine so far, 14 for 17 from the line. Second free throw is good. Both teams shooting phenomenal percentages from the free throw line. Here's Bickey for the jumper, no good. Rebound and put right back in by Perry. Here's Kennedy. His defender, Phyllis McCloyd, had fallen to the court. See some scrappy defense from Randolph College. Kennedy with a fancy spin move. They're gonna say foul on the floor on Bickey, as Baker was trying to make his way to the basket. So Baker will go to the free throw line. In fact, both teams right now shooting the exact same free throw percentage at 83.3. Both teams 15 for 18. Baker will attempt his first free throws of today's contest. First one is up and no good. Baker usually a reliable free throw shooter for the Knights. Second free throw is up and good. Makes it an 8-point game. They have Jamarcus Robertson now guarding Bickey. Great pass inside to Perry. Caught Olsen jumping. They're going to say it was a foul on the floor. They're saying the foul was on Olsen. And that is his 5th. And so in his stead will come Tyler Karchner. So Olsen will end today's game with 20 points, leading the way for both teams, actually. Danny Bickey just behind him with 19. The refs are trying to clarify that it was indeed a 1-and-1. And Perry ended up shooting it anyway. The refs trying to argue that he can't take a practice shot. Here's Perry at the free throw line. Free throw is up and good. Free throw off the back rim, no good. Rebounded by the Knights. And J-Mac was fouled. They say the foul was on Perry. And it'll give the Knights 1-and-1 with J-Mac at the line. That's Perry's 2nd foul. Danny Bickey was trying to talk to the refs about something that they did not like. Free throw is good for Robertson. Makes it an 8-point game. Under a minute and a half to go. Second free throw, no good. Rebounded by Perry. I don't know exactly what they're calling here. They're saying technical on Jamarcus Robertson. His 3rd foul. So that'll send Jerry Goodman to the line. It happened so quickly, it was hard to see exactly what happened. It's almost as if as soon as it was recovered that they just called a foul on Robertson. That's the 2nd technical foul on Southern Virginia in today's game. The first one came earlier in the first half after Malachi Olsen made a 3 and actually blew a kiss to his wife who was courtside, and they thought that he was mocking an opponent. Second free throw is good for Goodman. And now Bickey will go to the line for the bonus. First free throw is up and good. Makes Bickey 4 for 5 from the line. Second free throw up and good. Brings it back within 4. Phil McLeod working on Kennedy. A minute left. Kennedy dribbling in and is fouled. And they call a foul. And the Knights bench is up in a rage, trying to say there was technical that should be called on Randolph College. So they are going to call a technical foul on number 13, Landon Wagner, as he reacted to the foul call. And that's his 5th. And coming in his stead will be number 4, Myron Williams. So Dane Ibsen will go to the line. First free throw is no good. Second free throw is up and good. So makes it a 5-point game. And free throws will be shot by Kennedy. So basically back-to-back possessions where one team has been called for a technical. With multiple trips to the line for each team. Kennedy's first free throw is good. Making it a 6-point game, and some substitutions for Southern Virginia. Abe Connolly and Alex Weiland will be checking in. This free throw could put the Knights up by 7. It's up and good. So 55 seconds remaining. Here's a 3 from Perry. No good, rebounded by Weiland. Advanced it to Robertson. Weiland was wide open in the paint, but Connolly did not see him. Fouls committed by Bickey as Kennedy was going to the basket. And that is Bickey's 4th. So 34 seconds left. Kennedy will be back to the free throw line. Kennedy's first free throw is up and good. Kennedy now with 15 points. Second on the team behind Olsen's 20, who fouled out earlier. Second free throw is up and good. Makes it a 9-point game. Goes McCoy, deep 3, no good. It sails out of bounds. And a timeout called by Southern Virginia University, full timeout. So at this point, what Randolph College can do, what Southern Virginia can do right now is try their best to hold onto the ball, try to make it to where if Randolph College goes in for a steal, that they do commit a foul, you got to have strong hands here. Maintain possession of the ball. Don't let any silly turnovers happen, because the 9-point lead, they're going to foul you. They have to send you to the free throw line in order to get the ball back quickly. So you got to be strong with the ball. So at this point, you're going to get into either the hands of Sean Kennedy or Jamarcus Robertson. Both consistent free throw shooters, and that's basically who we've been inbounding it to all game long. So either way, you really can't lose, because both are very consistent from the line. Both do a great job capitalizing on fouls, and that's exactly what I think they're trying to do now, is draw up a good inbound play to make sure that they do not give the ball quickly over to Randolph College, because Randolph College has been scrappy defensively in the second half. They've been getting their hands in there. They've been getting steals. They've been doing a fantastic job at making life very difficult for the Knights. Bickey himself has 3 steals and capitalized on one of them for a layup. So again, no silly fouls to be committed. If you're Randolph College, again, you're fouling, trying to get the ball back, trying to get in the hands of Bickey, in order to get some 3-point shots up, because again, down by 9, you need some threes. You need some threes from behind the 3-point line. You also need Goodman, who hit a couple of threes earlier in the game. And you obviously can expect some full court pressure. And checking in for Southern Virginia for the first time today is number 30, Kenyon Carlson, the freshman from Fayetteville, Arkansas. And Carlson is fouled as he gets the ball on the inbound. That foul is number 15, Josh Wallace. That's his second. So we'll send Kenyon Carlson to the line. I imagine Coach wanted him in because I've seen him in practice. He does a good job with free throws. Just a very consistent shooter in general. Carlson's first free throw rattles in. And checking in for Ibsen is Abe Connolly. Carlson's free throw makes it a 10-point game. Second free throw is too short. Rebounded by Phyllis McLeod. Knights saying don't foul, no need to foul. Phyllis McLeod for the three. That's good. Alex Weiland will check in for Carlson. Knights trying to figure out our coach. There was an issue with the clock here in the arena, trying to correct it. There was an issue with the scoreboard system here in the arena, trying to make sure they have the right time on the scoreboard. So teams will reconvene for a timeout as they get the clock situation figured out here in the arena. And of course, this is a tense situation because obviously Randolph College, some great fans coming out here and supporting their team, and you also want to make sure you get it just as accurately as possible, so that way nobody feels like they're being gypped of any time they otherwise should have. And while they figure that out, once again, you're watching this on the Knights Broadcasting YouTube channel. Be sure to give us a like, subscribe. Be sure to hit that notification bell. That way you get notified every single time we go live here on the channel with Southern Virginia University Athletics. Right now, the Knights holding on to an 8-point lead with about 19 seconds remaining. We're trying to get the exact time. We're not really sure exactly what caused the change on the clock. Still trying to get sorted out as the Knights will inbound underneath Randolph College's basket. So have to let the clock kind of wind down in order to reset. So it's 19.5 seconds left to go. Now we got that sorted out. Action can continue here in the barn of Southern Virginia. J-Mac gets the inbound. Another call, late whistle. I say the foul was on Cole Perry. So Marcus Robinson will go to the line with 15.7 seconds left. Like I said, they're going to try to get it either to J-Mac or to Kennedy, both consistent from the free throw line. Free throw from J-Mac up. And no good. I mentioned before how so far in today's game, the free throw game for Southern Virginia has been decent, but in the second half it's kind of faltered slightly. Now being 24-32 from the free throw line. Phyllis McLeod gets blocked, a three-point shot from Connolly. Myron Williams gets the bounce and knocks down the jumper, brings it back within 7. With just over 8 seconds left, timeout from Randolph College, full timeout. Tell you one thing, folks, if you know anything about basketball, you know that in a tight game like this, the last 23 seconds can last up to 20 minutes. It can take a while because there's so much strategy happening here. Fouls being committed, people being sent to the free throw line. A lot of things happening. And a game of college basketball, anything is possible. So Randolph College again down by 7. They've knocked down several shots. With 8 seconds left though, the Knights are in a situation where they have to be very, very careful. Take care of the ball. And when you do get fouled, because you inevitably will, knock down those free throws. That's why you practice them all day long at practice. Coaches emphasize that day in and day out because they know one free throw can make all the difference. Even if it's a free throw in the first half, in the first couple of minutes, later on down the line, that free throw will make a huge difference later on in a game such as this. So it'll be Southern Virginia ball after the made jumper from Myron Williams. And inbounded to Canyon Carlson, who is fouled. They're going to call that one on Josh Wallace. Carlson once again has been subbed in to try to knock down some free throws. Now 5.6 seconds remaining. Carlson's first free throw is good. Makes it an 8-point game. Checking back in for the Wildcats, number 44, Danny Bickey, and number 4, Myron Williams. As Carlson attempts his second free throw. Second free throw is no good off the back of the rim. Phyllis McLeod, 3 seconds left, attempts a deep three. That is good, but it won't make any difference as the Knights come away with the victory 92-87. And a tightly contested game that got very chippy defensively, lots of foul trouble, but just a fantastic game to watch here in the barn. And the Knights do a great job of closing out their home stretch, as this was indeed their 4th home game in a row. They're now 4-1 at home on the season. They move on to be 5-3 overall, whereas Randolph College falls now to 3-8, 0-4 in away games. And before we sign off, we want to take a brief moment to shout out Knights broadcasting employee Jess Kalu, as today is her last day with the broadcast team. We want to wish her much success in her next venture, and we thank her for all of her hard work for the program this semester. Once again, fantastic win for this Knights men's team, moving further into the win column and building a momentum as more conference play comes along. And this is actually the last home game until the 4th of January. So you won't see this Knights team on this broadcast network for almost a month. So they'll have a long away stretch, and I'm sure they'll be glad to be back once January 4th comes around. Once again, I'm Dawson Weidrich. Thanks so much for joining me on today's game. What a classic game it was. And if you'd like to partner with SVU Athletics, like Straws, Drinks, and Eats has, I've been promoting them all game long. If you want to promote your business on campus as well, please contact Brett Schroeder at brett.schroeder@svu.edu. That is brett.schroeder@svu.edu. Once again, thank you so much for joining us. God bless and go Knights.